How can you classify triangles? Lesson 11.2, we're on page 445. You've probably been classifying triangles, right, for a while? Okay, let's see what you remember. Classify triangles by the lengths of their sides. If you look closely at the Epcot Center Spaceship Earth building in Orlando, Florida, this is on the Disney property down there, and they have a big dome that looks, the top of it looks like that. You may see a pattern of triangles. The triangles outlined in the pattern at the right has 3 congruent sides and 3 acute angles. What type of triangle is outlined? What do you think?
Isosceles.
Okay. So the 3 types are equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. Now it said, what did it say? Three congruent sides and 3 acute angles. So what do you think it is?
Scaling.
Scalene?
No.
Look at a scalene.
Quadrilateral.
An equilateral? Well, let's go through this. An equilateral triangle has blank congruent sides. That's a picture of an equilateral triangle right there. How many sides are equal on that?
3.
3 of them, right? An isosceles triangle has blank congruent sides.
2.
2. And notice they put that little mark showing us they are congruent, and a scalene triangle has
0.
0. Does anybody have a way that they remember those? If all sides are equal, it's equilateral. That one's pretty easy because equal and equal. Isosceles has 2, and scalene has 0. Is there anything in isosceles that can help us remember?
The I could stand for one that's not equal with the other 2.
Okay, that could be a way to remember it. The 2 S's at the beginning of the word. An O in 2, where there wouldn't be an O in 3. Or and then the scalene has 0. Okay, that's just something that you're going to have to put into your brain or come up with some way of your own to remember those. Classify triangles by the measure of their angles. So you can classify triangles by sides or angles. If you look closely, still the side. A right triangle has one 90-degree angle. Can it have more than one 90-degree angle? No, we'd be looking at having to have how many sides at least? 4. So one 90-degree angle is an acute, an obtuse, or a right? A right. Sometimes we call a right angle or a 90-degree angle a right angle. An acute triangle has 3 what kind of angles?
Obtuse.
What is this word?
Acute.
Acute. So it has 3 acute, and an obtuse triangle has 1 obtuse angle. Again, you can't have more than 1 obtuse angle. So let's look at the measurements of these. We know that this one with the little square in the center is a right triangle, or a 90-degree angle, which makes, these are all less than 90 degrees. So the way I remember acute is, usually I think of a little kid is cute. So if our angles are small, then it's cute, an acute triangle. And obtuse is greater than 90. Okay, it goes past what we would say is a right angle. If this were a right angle, we would come straight up. And we can compare these. If this were a right angle, it would look like that. If this were a right angle, it would look like this. Okay? So you have to come up with some way. I do remember acute because little babies are cute and that's little smaller than. Alright. Now there were two things to fill in at the bottom of that I didn't get, I guess. It says the type of triangle outlined in the pattern can be classified by the length of its sides as, and what? The one back in our picture, the sides were equal, so it can be an equilateral triangle. And the triangle can also be classified by the measure of its angles as an, let's look at the picture again.
It's gloss.
Whoa. Here's the picture again. Are the angles 90-degree angles? Are they less than 90-degree angles?
Acute.
They're acute. So it can be classified as an equilateral acute triangle. Okay, an equilateral acute triangle. Maybe that's what's right here. I didn't see this. Yes. And that is based on the number of, or the size of the sides. It can also be classified by its measures of angles. And what did we say? That it was going to be acute. So when you're classifying by sides, what are the three things? Equilateral,
Acute.
no, that's angles. Isosceles and scalene. If we're classifying by angles, they can be acute, obtuse, or right. Classify triangle ABC by the length of its sides and by the measure of its angle. Measure the sides of the triangle using a centimeter ruler. Label each side with its lengths. Classify the triangle by the length of its side. Okay, so if we're going to measure side AB, what did we get?
4 centimeters.
4 centimeters. Are any of these sides the same size?
Nope. No.
So this one is 4 centimeters. Okay, measure BC. Okay, let's look at side BC. We got what?
3
centimeters. Now we're going to measure side AC. Okay, and line AC we got to be what?
6
centimeters. Okay? So let's look at those sides. What does it have to have an equilateral triangle?
All sides equal.
All sides equal. What does it have to be an isosceles triangle?
All sides equal.
And what is it if all three are different like this one?
Scalene.
It's a scalene. Move my ruler. Measure the angles of the triangle using a protractor. Label each angle with its measure. Classify the triangles by the measure. Okay, so if we're measuring angle AB or angle A, we would put the center little point of our protractor at the vertices of angle A. We would take that line that runs across the bottom and put it on the bottom of our triangle so it goes from A to C. And then, I don't know about yours, but mine, the line didn't go out far enough, so I took my line tool and I laid it across there. So it goes across at approximately 25 degrees. So I'm just going to write angle A is 25 degrees up here, and I'll label it on my triangle when I get done. Now, let's move our protractor, and we're going to measure angle B. Okay, now you've got to place your protractor so the little dot hole in your protractor is at B. The line at the base of your protractor should be going along line AB, and we're looking at where line C crosses, and it crosses at 120 degrees, and that's angle C. Now we only have one other angle to measure, so let's attempt to do that. I'm sorry, that was angle B. So now we're going to try to measure what? C. All right, we're having quite a discussion about what this angle is. Right now we're measuring this angle right here. Well, let me write, we're measuring this angle right here. Let's look at this and see if we can eliminate some of these answers, 1, 45, 35, or 40. How big is a right angle? How many degrees?
90.
90. And a right angle would make a square corner, would it not?
Yeah.
So a right angle would look something like this, if this were our right angle. Right? You go from here, and it would come up here on that one. Now, is this angle bigger than 90? No. So can it be a 145 degree angle?
No.
If you look on your protractor, we'll do this after we get done, then you will notice there are two different measurements, right? Yeah. On your protractor, the outside measurements are smaller than the inside measurements. So what you need to do is look to the outside 35 measurement where it crosses. And it crosses at 35 degrees. So C is 35 degrees. Now let's look at this, see if I can make this protractor bigger so we can see it. You see that 130 matches up with 50 and 140 matches up with 40. So when you're thinking about here, you've got to have some common sense. Is my angle larger than 90 or smaller than 90? So that you can tell if it's, okay. So I'm going to see if I can remove some of these things that I put on here. Oh, that's all right. So that we just have our triangle back. Okay. So now let's write in the measurement for our angles. So we said angle A was 25 degrees. We said angle B is 120 degrees. And we said angle C was 35 degrees. Now I want you to look at your protractor. If you go straight across your protractor on that bottom line, right here, what is the measure of an angle that would fall on that line?
180.
180. So if you unfold a triangle, it will lay out to be flat, a flat line. All the angles of a triangle have got to add up to that 180 degrees. So you can check yourself and see if you are right. If I add 120, 25, and 35,